I definitely do my own thing. I'm not like mainstream.
I think that what you do is so below your dignity, and this is just not right for you.
Oh.
Is this an intervention for Violet?
Let's do it.
Now
Let's
I'm
have
like,
an intervention.
oh, my life decisions. Yeah, I've definitely thought about these things. I mean, you're not the first person in my life who has said like, oh, have you thought about this or that? I have, and I am okay with my life decisions.
Okay, we'll find out in 20 years how that works out for you.
We will. We will.
Should we do a reunion episode? In
We
20 years?
should. Let's see who gets married first, Mary. Let's see.
Okay.
You're currently engaged, aren't you?
No, she's not
Oh,
engaged.
sorry. Okay, I hope I didn't jinx it or anything. I don't know.
You did.
Wait,
It's okay.
Mary, here, can you look into that camera right there and propose to your boyfriend? Or is that?
I don't believe in women proposing to their boyfriends. That's
okay.
gross.
All right, never mind then. All right. Okay, well. Speaking of which, okay. Oh, it's not reading. Just because men have more testosterone does not mean men rule anything. Due to the feminism blank and T ideology, the majority of the West is now living in a matriarchy, and you can see it before your own eyes. The downfall of America.
It's not even
Prove
a
me
matriarchy because
wrong.
where are the mothers? It's like it's a gynocracy is really what it is.
Gynocentric. Okay.
So the men aren't doing what the men should be doing. The women aren't doing what the women should be doing. Where did this come from? Like, it didn't just come a year ago or in 2017 when I started doing this. Where did the hypersexual...
Of course, you're not the cause. I'm not saying that you are.
But where do you think it kind of like went wrong? Like the 60s? Like where do you think it went?
Seneca Falls, the Seneca Falls Convention.
I would trace it back to the printing press, ultimately.
The printing press.
But
get rid of books, ladies
the
and gentlemen.
Industrial Revolution is your answer. No.
No, like, I mean, all of these things are a domino effect to where we got feminism, which is a political liberation movement for women. And if we really want to place the blame on anything, it's feminism. And it started way before the 60s.
When do you...
That is when it really went into a crescendo and took over.
Was it like the 20s, like 1919?
I mean,
or
the roots
even
of feminism
before
go
that.
before that.
Seneca Falls.
And I wouldn't consider
There's also a lot of witchcraft involved in that.
Witchcraft?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, really?
I'm trying to find the date. Seneca Falls was 1848. Yeah, somewhere
But
around
I'm just
there.
saying, like, we would all be in a better position if we were born a century or two ago.
Nickelodeon
I
donated
feel confident saying that.
$99.
Well, like morally...
Wait, just one sec.
Does it take to change a light bulb? None. Feminists can't change anything. That's what men are for.
I mean, they've definitely changed a whole lot. So how many feminists does it take to change a light?
I feel like a light bulb is not the most important issue. Like, who cares if feminists can change a light bulb or not?
Who controls the electrical grid? Men.
But like you just said, we would be in a better place if we were born a couple centuries ago. But we are all essentially all more comfortable than we were a couple centuries ago because of men.
Well, we have so many,
I say
like-
that, but it's also like men are the reason we have like,
Yeah.
air conditioning, lighting, everything. So
That's true.
it's something that
is
obviously
true.
there's give and take with everything, like yin and yang.
Well, I don't know if this is the episode where we're going to debate about the Industrial Revolution, but can
Maybe
everyone
we'll-
just get behind the fact that it was bad?
I don't know. You'll have to ask the rest of the panel on that one.
Like, I'm comfortable with living in industrial society and like having air conditioning and running water and all that stuff, but if I had never
It's
known
only
what I was
life we
missing,
know, so.
yeah, if I had never known what I was missing, would I be worse off? Really?
I mean,
Probably not.
I think I would have. I like living where I am now, like not 200 years ago.
Can you
or
scoot the
whatever.
mic all the way close
Yeah.
to you? Yeah.
Yeah, I like living in this society, not society 200 years ago or
I'm glad
whatever.
you like it, but I don't.
I used to
That's
say
Send
that.
Mary
I
back.
I guess.
People are just forced to be comfortable in this society now, because what else do we have to do? What
We're
else
just
can we
like
do?
overabundant in all the things that we want, but we don't have the things we really need.
I do
will
feel bad for kids though. Like playing outside is so important, and nobody does that like they should anymore. Like just going
Like
outside,
iPad kids?
adventuring, you know.
The iPad
In the woods.
children are going to inherit the society. I'm
Well, since we're
afraid.
talking about dating, I don't know how dating is gonna look like in the future with these iPad kids.
It
Aren't
looks
you?
Dating's already terrible now.
Are you
Yeah,
iPads?
like no.
Okay.
I actually didn't have an iPad until like I was in high school and stuff.
Well, the
I
math
will say
isn't
penicillin
math
is kind of dope. Just saying.
But I was walking through Best Buy the other day, and iPads are like $100 now. I'm like,
Huh?
Wait,
everybody
what?
can get an. Oh, that might have been like Google tablets or something. Never mind.
Probably.
Just
I was like, girl, mine was like $3,000.
I feel like these parents just, you know, sit their kid down with an iPad so they don't have to pay attention to them. And I'm not a parent, so I can't speak to how difficult it is, and I'm sure it is really difficult, but I just don't think that is justifiable. We don't know the long-term effects, and they're probably really bad. And I also okay, I wanted to get this off my chest. I was at the airport yesterday, and there were two parents that were struggling to wrangle their young daughters onto the plane we were boarding. And one was 6 years old, the other was a toddler. And then this mom turns to a younger woman who was seated nearby, and she was saying, this is great birth control, isn't it? And then she just walked away. And me and the younger woman made eye contact, did she really just say that out loud?
A lot of people joke about that nowadays.
It's a really...
I've
and
heard that joke.
They joke about misery.
Yeah, I posted about this because it disturbed me so much and left such an impression on me. And a lot of people were like, you'll get it when you have kids. They're awful. And I just hate the way that they're justifying, dehumanizing children, really. And, parents are treated so horribly when they travel with kids. And it just feels like our culture hates children at this point.
If you're gonna go out in public and use your kids as a representation of how they act and how that is good birth control, then you probably shouldn't be having kids if you
why
can't
have
take
kids
care
in
of
the
them.
first place?
Yeah,
Do you know
your
that-
kids are not like that just because they're kids. They're like that because you're complacent. You don't discipline your kids.
There's a TikTok thing where it's the lady with the list. I don't know if you guys have seen that. Yeah. Every single time there's a bad video of children or something, this lady adds it to her list of reasons to take their birth control. And it's just
Terrible.
Ugh.
yeah, that's what it, I'm oh. I'll see this.
Because that's kind of
that's why
shaming
dating is gonna
parents
suck
as
in
well.
a few years because people don't even want to have kids anymore. People don't even want to be mothers or fathers anymore.
Even sadder is if they do want to have a family, it's so much more difficult these days to actually get there. To finding a long-lasting relationship, one that is geared toward marriage, is so difficult on its own. And then when you get there, you can't afford to buy a house anymore. You're in real estate, you know this. You can't even buy a house anymore. The cost of living is just insane. It's skyrocketing all the time. And it's just looking really bleak for people who do want that. Let alone the problem of people not wanting it at all.
Do you think it's just a phase in our society that we're like this, or do you think?
No, I think it's actually going to get worse in our lifetimes.
Yep.
I would like to say that it's just a phase, but it's not.
So in 50 years, you think it's going to be
I don't think any of us are going to live to see things improve on that front.
That's unfortunate. I feel like it might be just a phase, a hiccup in our society, maybe, that men and women are so disconnected.
No.
Hopefully
'cause
not.
The
I
lead
mean,
up
hopefully
to
it
it
is.
has been hundreds of years, and then the consequences are going to last hundreds of years, too.
When do you think they start? Oh, you already told me that.
Yeah.
Probably 1990.
Maybe the West is going to collapse. You know?
What do you
Shit
think
could
about
happen.
that? Do you think it's the end of the world or a hiccup?
Maybe then the patriarchy will come back when society collapses and scarcity comes back.
What do y'all think? Do y'all even think we're going through a hiccup? Do y'all think it's better than it ever has been?
I'm genuinely losing brain cells right now.
Me too. I'm gonna be honest. I don't know. Kind of going back to the thing though, it's women don't have to want to have kids. I don't know. I feel like you were kind of emphasizing that women are you should have kids in this society, and that's how we're gonna go back to how it was years ago. But
Did I say that?
well, that's how I implied it in what you were saying. So it might have just been something that I caught up on. I might have picked it up wrong, but I'm just saying that women could be so much more than mothers. Like, you don't have to be a mother, especially nowadays, and that's
They can
what
be so
I
much
think.
more than CEOs too, though.
Exactly, and it's okay to be a mom. If you want to be a mom, I think that's totally fine. But it's also okay to be a CEO.
But there's
Like,
so much more lasting significance.
But I think
But
what
what
you
if
were
you
saying
can't have
before
kids?
is like,
what if you? Yeah.
what are you gonna do with the
exactly.
moms who can't
What
be
about
moms?
people who are infertile?
Pretty-
We're
that's a pretty
talking about
small portion
mothers
of people.
who choose
No,
not
I
to have
actually think
kids
it's
because
big.
they don't want to
And that's
What?
okay.
procreate.
but
Yeah,
Mary
I
was
think
saying
that's
like
what we're
if
gearing it
these
towards.
days if you want to have kids, it's almost like you're shamed for it, and which is like so weird, right?
I think it goes both ways.
Which is
I think it
terrible
totally
because
goes both
I feel like
ways.
one of like the I don't want to say like your only purpose as a woman is to have kids, but like one of the best things you can do naturally is procreate. And
if that's how you
have
see
more
it, of
children.
course, yeah. If that's how you